Have you ever looked at one of those bundles in the store and felt that primal part of your brain urging you to buy it? The same one that tells you to order your favorite pizza place when you know very well you have food to cook in the fridge. Maybe you like the unique camo or see an interesting skin for your favorite operator. You wonder, just how much could this little SpaghettiOs keychain and knockoff NFT possibly be? 2,400 COD points is displayed on the screen, but how many gobbles of money is that exactly? Most of the time, the bundles equal up to $20. Since Activision has introduced microtransactions in late 2013, they've made billions of dollars. That's not an exaggeration. Billions. These micros account for the majority of Call of Duty earnings, far exceeding the actual product sales year after year. Now, while Activision has come a long way from the pay to win and loot box form of in game purchases, they continue to prove how little thought they put into us, the players, the consumers of their product, and demonstrate how much thought they put into getting more money out of us. This is shown by how the bundles themselves work in game, the interface of the game itself, and the most obvious telltale sign, the cost of the bundles. What I mean by how the bundles work, I'm talking about how the blueprints and camos can be used after the purchase. I'm sure you've all seen posts or it's happened to you where you buy a weapon blueprint for the camo, you go to change the attachment to make it more useful in game, and now the camo is barely noticeable. The camo doesn't even translate to, with other attachments and definitely not to other weapons, and changing it just makes it look off. You can't even try to say, well, just use the weapon how it's sold. Those bundle blueprints, for the most part, are laughable. Straight up dog food in a blender with pickles. The combination of attachments with the behavior of the weapon make no sense. So, not only are you paying half a tank of gas for a camo, but you're doing it for one gun. If you were able to move that camo from weapon to weapon, then it wouldn't be as greedy. But since you can only use that one camo on that one weapon, then it forces you to consider getting a different bundle when a more appealing or exciting camo releases. Luckily, none of these bundles contain variations of weapons that make them better than the stock versions. I'm looking at you, Ball 27. They need to rework the weapon, camo, and blueprint mechanics and how they all mesh together. Because right now it's just nonsense soup. And we're trying to eat it with the fork that's multiplayer. The interface of Modern Warfare 2022 is another sign, while not as obvious, that Activision just wants to make as much money as possible. I've played Call of Duty for over a decade, and never have I ever had this much trouble just navigating the home screen. Like, for real, figuring out how to get to the correct part of multiplayer is a daily challenge in of itself. When moving around the main menu screen forces you to pass over all the items available for purchase, then you know you're in trouble. It's just rubbing your face in it. I mean, I'm scrolling through Netflix just to play a few games of Search and Destroy. The obvious sign that all these transactions are simply about the money and what they can gain from them and has nothing to do with making the player enjoy playing the game is simply the price. And there's no hiding this one. I don't see how the developers and bigwigs at the office can look at the prices. Next up, all the community feedback about bugs, mechanics, and think the prices are reasonable. Now, I understand at the end of the day, they are a business and they need to make money. But seriously, they're feeding off of individuals with, lack of discipline, impulsiveness, and sometimes even addiction in major cases. It's fun to buy new things for yourself, and it can be really good for you. It makes you feel happy. You've worked hard all week, and now you want to do something for you that you can enjoy. There's no shame in that at all. However, there is shame in the fact that Activision is having a lot of trouble maintaining the day-to-day operations of the game, but they have plenty of time to update the COD store daily. 2,400 COD points equals like $20 in US dollars, and a lot of people will buy it and move on. It's so easy for us to just use our card and spend money because you're never really even seeing the money. It's just easy to make that transaction. It just kind of sucks because we've watched Activision and Call of Duty as a whole make this transition from caring about the player and our experience into purely making money and turning into just a machine that's all it cares about. It uses data to create more income. Should we boycott, protest, start a petition even? Initially I thought of it as a joke, but I mean, I figured why not? Would Activision listen? And if they did, would they even care? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like to support the channel. I'm Scotty for Perez, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Deuces.
Bro, GG, motherfuckers. Y'all ran my shit in.